Growing up, I always wanted to do so many things.
I wanted to be a vet.
I wanted to be an actor.
I wanted to be a celebrity by any means necessary.
This is Spike Drop Vegas Heist.
I'm only here for a 2-beat. I don't really care about any other place.
Can't even comprehend what is going on, but I like it.
Hi, my name is ItsBellaHue. I am an actress, DJ, model, gamer, and streamer, and this is Wannabe.
Oh guys, I have good news! I can't believe I forgot to tell you!
I'm born and raised here in Las Vegas. Lived here my entire life. Honestly, it's just crazy that I call Las Vegas home when it's a place for so many tourists. It definitely provided a pretty big opening to get into the entertainment industry, whether it's like acting, music, modeling, just because this is such a hot spot for all of that. And honestly, even with gaming, with the HyperX Arena and all the other things that we have going on here. The thing that really got me into like streaming and esports was my first esports team. And we were working with you guys at the time. I did my very first tournament here, and honestly, if it wasn't for the arena, I don't know if I would have pushed myself so far into esports as quickly as I did, and I don't know if I would be exactly where I am right now. So honestly, this kind of was just cool having this in my hometown, place to go to and connect with other creators and really see that this was like a genuine, like an opportunity to go down the path that I wanted to do. When I was growing up, I wanted to be a plastic surgeon. I was going to school for it and then changed career paths when I fell into streaming.
Let me ace. Let me ace! No, it wasn't me!
I am a variety streamer, which definitely once again has its pros and cons, but I do play a lot of top games like Valorant, Fortnite, Apex, Call of Duty, Fall Guys, Minecraft, Dead by Daylight. I like to dabble in a little bit of everything. I'm definitely more in the, I like to say I'm pretty funny. One of my biggest clips from stream or things I do at subathons, I like cracked eggs on my head, I've poured chocolate milk on my head, I've gone skydiving, tattoos, swimming with sharks, like all types of crazy stuff. I like to make my streams super interactive. I love playing with my community. And if it wasn't for my community, I wouldn't have the platform that I do to be able to do what I love. And I have a really, really amazing supportive community that I'm beyond grateful for.
Thank you for the sub! Thank you!
Now I kind of just like look back even in the early stages of streaming and even gaming and content creation, acting, and it kind of just was like, I didn't think I'd be able to get to where I am today or anywhere farther, and it's just really inspiring being able to look back and be like, wow, like I did that. Like, yeah, I had my parents' support, but the majority of the stuff I kind of worked for all by myself. My parents, it took them a minute to catch on. My dad still doesn't really understand the whole gaming space, but my mom's super supportive now. But at first it was kind of just like a battle alone. So I kind of just look back and like, especially being a female in the gaming space, it's definitely a little bit harder with some things. I used to play Call of Duty with my dad growing up. My mom did not like it or agree with it. She'd make my dad turn off the profanity and everything. And then one day she came home and I was super excited that I was getting kills and playing the game, and my mom did not like it, but that's kind of what got me into video games. And then I just played a lot of PC games growing up. At first, my mom thought I was absolutely crazy that I wanted to be a streamer or a gamer or anything of that sort with video games. And then in high school, I joined my first esports team, and that's when my mom started coming to the arena with me, seeing all the tournaments and LANs, and like actually seeing that there's big creators out there that make a living off of esports, whether it's gaming, streaming, just content creation in general, higher ups, management. Like there's just so many different opportunities and paths you could take to be successful doing what you love. And so when she saw how passionate I was working 3 jobs at the time while putting myself through school. Quit 2 jobs, was down to 1, still in college, started streaming more, and then I quit my last job, started doing TikTok that week. My first TikTok blew up, and I hadn't worked a job for a year and a half. I streamed for an entire year and a half, straight full time, and then my mom kind of caught on and was like, okay, not only is she passionate about it, she loves it, but she's also successful. Super supportive. I'm so grateful for my mom. I dabbled in a little bit of different sports growing up. In my freshman year of high school, I played flag football for an all-women's team, but other than that, I was like a theater, gamer, nerdy kid, so I wasn't too big into sports. I love hockey. I did figure skating growing up, and a lot of my family are hockey players, so kind of just thrown into it, but it's a great sport. Just about with anything, there's both pros and cons, and being a woman in the gaming space, esports, any of that, definitely has its struggles. I mean, even in Call of Duty lobbies, you're being told, like, go to the kitchen, go do the laundry. But a lot of people don't think that women belong in the gaming space and in this industry at all, but obviously that's not the case. Anyone of any shape, color, size, gender could play video games and stream and do content creation. But it is a little bit discouraging, especially starting out and being a smaller creator and streamer and being a female in the space. And there's a lot of pressure on it because there's different routes you could take in order to be successful. And there's just a lot of judgment and eyes on you when it comes to that. So it's just a little tough getting started, but I mean, anyone could do it.
Oh guys, I have good news! I can't believe
That's why Valkyrie is such a big inspiration too, because she's one of the biggest creators in the space. And not only is she female, but she's Filipino, and she's owned like one of the biggest esports teams in the world. So that's a big inspiration. I love Valkyrie. I love Valkyrie, everything about Valkyrie. I'm a big supporter of 100 Thieves and all that. And I'd met her 2 or 3 times previously, and the first big interaction was TwitchCon. I was invited to the 100 Thieves after party, and I got to like really meet and chat with her there, which I thought was super cool. She's like super down to earth and just a dope person. So I'm currently working on like an indie feature film. It's a full length. It's like just about almost 2 hours. I'm a lead role. It's my first lead role in a movie. I'm so excited. I play the character Vanessa. It's really cool because all of the talent and people involved are from Vegas, and it's about Vegas, the culture, and basically a group of like, I mean, they're not really like kids, but like early 20s, just kind of figuring things out, and a drug deal kind of goes south, and they go through like 2 days of absolute hectic craziness. So super fun, lots of special effects, and that's what I'm currently working on. I'm still a pretty small or up-and-coming creator, so there's still things I struggle with personally in terms of being discouraged at times, but honestly, if I'm not one person, lock in, that's like an inspiration, study other streamers, what they're doing, what paths they're taking, what's working, what's not working, you know, use their hashtags. The biggest thing that I realized was extremely important is networking. So find something in your city, in your area, either an online tournament, communicate and network with those people, and just know that you're not the only one out there. We all start at level 0, and it's just a journey that you just have to learn to love. In the next 5 years, I see myself doing what I'm doing now, acting, music, streaming. I definitely want to work with people in my community to help do programs like with the city of Las Vegas, for example, and getting kids started in this industry and knowing that this is a possible path for them to do instead of them working a 9 to 5 or doing something they're not really passionate about, because this is a big industry that's just barely beginning. Like, we are just touching the tip of the iceberg. So being able to inspire others and also grow in this industry and meet others is just kind of like the end goal, you know, or goal in general. People are spending 12 hours a day playing one game, studying with coaches, going over like different techniques and strategies. Like, it's not just like, oh, I'm gonna hop on with the boys for 5 minutes, you know, and then I'll catch you later. Like, these professional players are spending hours and hours like focusing on one thing just to get good at. So it's definitely something that a lot of people don't see value in or see that they're working as hard as sports athletes. I think props to both, but esports, like, it takes a lot to be able to be a professional player. You know, you're spending hours and days, and people are traveling, going to different countries, playing worlds. Like, it's a pretty big thing, you know, and being able to get full-ride scholarships just for being able to play Rocket League is pretty cool, and being able to have a visa and be able to come over from other countries because of esports is also pretty amazing. So there's so many amazing opportunities that I don't think a lot of people realize, and it's just the beginning.